Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, Patreon, which is $5 a month or $50 a year. I didn't actually look it up, but I remembered it. Hyena. So, on the last Let's Play, there was a fight, and it became apparent that Akari, not thinking about it, is putting other things ahead of his own brother. Like when he's chasing after the bad guys, or not good guys at least, while our main man Max is being hurt. So, yeah. Also, we had a nice little CG where the main character gave Max a guitar. Hyena. So, reset my face and begin. By the time I arrived, you were already caught by the winter knots. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't do much with them holding you hostage. I think this is the time when the winter knots worked with the cats to take over shelter. Yes. Once again, I am powerless. Good night. I turned my head with great struggle to see my brother falling to the floor, with Shagbark standing over his motionless body. I growl at him, but I myself am in a terrible state. They really vented a lot of their repressed frustration now that they had the upper hand. A dull knock comes from the other side of the closed metal gate. With a couple of quick clicks on the control panel, Shagbark opens the gate, revealing familiar faces. Look, boys, we have guests. Woof. My eyes widen, seeing Latias's face. He hasn't changed at all. Behind him stands Magnus, looking extremely dazed, stumbling on his feet. Further back in the corridor, Tanyrus and... really? Class holds Pondus as vomit drips from his chin. I stand up despite the pain, and nobody stops me. The other dogs must be as shocked to see the cats as I am. What are you doing? Hold him. No. This is fine. It's Maximus, after all. Long time no see, brother. So wait, are these cats all their former cellmates, or are at least some of them part of the Opal Pride? During the time when they were locked up. Shagbark's dogs take the tips of their blades off me. I give a quick glance at unconscious Luke. I give a quick glance at unconscious Luke at the back of the floor. A quarter? Let's just put that there. Akari is still knocked out by Shagbark's feet too. I wouldn't be able to rescue both of them. Also, open paint. And boop. So we don't forget, because I've forgotten a couple of times. What do I do? Well, it's a choose your own adventure, right? Shagbark will remember this. Come on. You haven't forgotten about us yet, right, Maximus? The other cats behind him start falling to the floor. One after another. The lynx himself still stands on his feet, but the smile on his muzzle crooks and drops through the processing sickness. Oh, because of shelter. I start walking towards him. He spreads his arms, as if he's greeting a long-lost brother. I admit that seeing this kind of display of affection awakens a certain kind of longing in me. Ever since we arrived in shelter, everything's been new. We left our old family. Sorry, I don't know. I haven't been yawning for a while, but as soon as I started Let's Play of a visual novel, it's like, gotta yawn. Though I have been working out and tired. Our old family, and integrate ourselves into this giant, chaotic pack of outcast canines. To Dealing with all the problems in shelter sometimes made me miss the old and familiar home. The times I didn't have to think, but just obey. But seeing Acre on the floor reminds me why we finally broke free from that hell. You're not as naive as you used to be. The lynx blocks the strike of my claws with his own, making each pointy tip meet its counter. Feline mana cracks between them, making thin nail flakes spread in the air around our hands. Seeing an incoming strike of his other hand from below, reflexively cover my neck, but he sinks his claws into my stomach instead, hooking them in through their full length. Shagbark and Alpine both grab onto my arms. You're a big boy now, huh? As old as you'll live as our deserter. I yelp as he squeezes his fists and cuts through the skin of my belly. However, before he can completely gut me, he falls forward, pulling his claws out of my body. He rests his head on my shoulder and looks at me from the side, smirking. The moment he opens his mouth to say something, I instantly go for a bite at his face, only to get the pommel of a weapon shoved in between my teeth by one of the dogs. Before I have enough time to disintegrate it with my feline mana, we get pulled apart and fall to the floor, snarling at each other and panting. You are much cuter as a puppy. His eyes lose focus and, as he falls to the floor, So, I'm sorry, what happened to the other guy? Was he just passed out from shelter sickness or what? My memory cuts here, but I think you could feel the hit at the back of my head, right? It's good us dogs have thick skulls and small brains, with how often we have them bashed all the time. Huh? Sorry, I know this is not the best time for joking. It's just that going through those moments with you makes me feel all sorts of bad. I guess I'm a bit ashamed. I know that what those cats have done, and I don't regret what we've done to them in the end. But I still can't help but feel a sort of regret, you know? Especially after reminding myself how things used to be when we were young. Time passes, people change, bonds weaken and break. Simplicity and clarity give way to falsehoods mistaken for wisdom of maturity. Yes, we grow up hoping to finally make sense out of this chaos, but there's no wisdom or strength to be built only on what was given to us. I used to be the same. I depended on my brother to give me direction and purpose, and I'll never forget everything he had done for me, but he couldn't mature for me. That's what shelter and its dogs allowed me to do. The more I learned from others, the more I understood myself. I wish I had the chance to explain to the cats how much this desertion meant to me and Acre. I wish they were more open to your words, too. Come on, fight human. I look behind the bars at the sight of a giant white tiger towering over Luke, shouting at the top of his lungs, taunting him. Luke raises his fists, but doesn't even think about attacking. He cowers, blocking another slap of Tully's open palm. This time he hisses in pain, as one of the claws scratches across his forearm. The tiger has been poking and slapping him the past few minutes, trying to get a reaction, while at the same time appearing wary, checking from time to time if his regeneration relic's bright collar is still snugly installed on his neck, on his thick, white-furred neck. Why so? You're supposed to be mighty. With the human's power, we should have what it takes to dethrone kings, they said. There's no human that could take on a freaking tiger with his bare hands. Oh, so you want a weapon? Is that it? With the raise of his arm, equipped with the relic armband, the Siamese cat summons an assortment of reinforced stone blades and blunt weapons of different types. Luke glances between the cat's faces, too scared to bend to the ground for any of the blades. Don't do that. Turn them back to dust. We don't know what we're dealing with. Please, I swear I can't fight you. I'm not that good of a fighter. Bullshit. You fought against the monsters. Well, yeah, but that's not the same. I don't want to fight against any of you. Because you don't want to murder us with your world-shattering powers? How kind of you. What? No! What? That's not it at all. Then help us understand. The 5 of us felines are given life from the land of the sun. The mutts are born in the land of the moon. Everyone in this world is born through one of the 6 aspects of Mother Earth. Our land grants us the nature of our magic. But there's no 7th land. Just the borderlands between the 6. Only the monsters come from there. So please, enlighten us. Okay, that's a little bit of world building. There's 6 lands, and between the borders there's monsters. Where the hell did you come from exactly? If you want my help, it's all yours. That's exactly why we invited you here. We wanted an alliance. All of this is unnecessary. Let Max and Acri go. Bury and Rune aren't your enemies either. Let me speak to them, and will give you assistance if you'll be happy with. Assurance you'll be happy with. It's like, for some stupid reason, you decided we weren't honest about our intentions. Do you think we were planning to screw you over? No. We wanted to welcome you as our own, as true members of Shelter's pack. Just like Buried Tangleroot, Rune Moon, Acris, and Maximus. Yes. And ain't that the problem, huh? It may all sound good to you, because of course it does. But, unfortunately, we are not Shelter. We are the Opal Pride. You aren't going to annex us as a part of your personal army, like you did with all the others before us. What? No, that's not what I'm doing. Oh, shut up. Of course it is. So many lucky coincidences, one after another. You found this ancient base in the middle of nowhere, met and recruited Sir Tangleroot, then convinced fucking Rune Moon to switch sides for you. Those are not coincidences. That's... I don't even fucking know. But whatever it is, we're nothing but a link in the chain of some kind of plan for world domination or whatever. That doesn't make us allies. That makes you our competition. Let Maximus out. The moment Ponda slides set my gate open, I duck under his arm before he has the time to grab me, and I dash to Luke's side. I don't know where they're keeping Acri, but I don't let them hurt Luke. Well, I won't let him hurt Luke while he's by my side. I just have to bear with this pain in my back and legs. Crap, how much longer can I hold out like this? On. Max, are you okay? You're already his lapdog too, aren't you, Maximus? Forgot about Acri already, just like you abandoned us. This is exactly what he does to anyone who comes into contact with him. No, he hasn't forgotten you. But I wish he did. Acri told me what kind of place you grew up in, everything they've done to you. And yet, you still choose to keep your loyalty for the people who hurt you, abused you, and lied to you? Loyalty? He speaks like a dog already. If he had a tail, I bet he'd wag it. What we do, human, is not out of weakness, dependence, or loyalty. It's pride. Pride? Yes, pride in who we are. We don't depend on others to coddle us up or protect us. We aren't a swarm of weakness like the mutts. Each feline is a strong individual. Unlike those worthless pieces of crap like the dachshunds, they are nothing like our own, or nothing on our own. Okay, let me just read that back. Sorry, I'm okay on reading right now, but still it's a bit weird. They are nothing on their own, yeah. A cat rises through self-discovery and personal growth. The dogs live by attaching themselves to those with any semblance of worth, leeching off them like parasites. For Maximus, it was the Opal pride, and Acris at first. Acris? Now, it's you and your shelter. That is the full extent of canine loyalty. Fickle, self-serving, and weak. No virtue in that. And yet, they gave him this dirty creature. They gave him our power. It doesn't belong to you. You don't deserve it. Give it back. He never wanted it. It's killing him. He wants nothing but to get rid of it. You're his brothers. You should know that. You speak with such confidence, but you make no bloody sense. Oh, really? Yeah. And let me tell you, if you think loyalty is a weakness and only a canine concept, then you completely fail to grow as felines. No, as people. What have they done to you all? In your heads, those bastards. And I suppose you would like to fix us? I never fixed anyone. All of the changes Bury and Rune went through, it was all through their own choices. Everyone is born with the capacity for kindness to others, and to themselves. All anyone has to do is simply not stand in the way of that realization. If you're willing to give yourselves a chance here in Shelter 2, just like they did, just like Maximus and Hackery have done, then you're welcome. We can still cooperate. Nobody has to get hurt. But I don't think you want that. It's funny watching you flap your mouth, knowing exactly what you're trying to do. Humans, the perfect manipulators. Let me guess, are those perhaps the conceptual qualities of human mana? Falsehood, extortion, ambition? As sickening as the dogs you hide yourself among. But if this is what it takes to dominate this world, so be it. The 5 cats stand in front of us, each wielding a powerful relic stolen from us. They still haven't given up on pressuring Luke to reveal the secrets of his power. They figured that since he won't fight for himself, maybe he will if they include me in this battle. Standing hurts. I don't know how much more I can take before I break completely, but I'm not getting there. But I'm getting there. At any moment, my spine can just break in half. I'm terrified. I can barely focus my thoughts. The fear I've been holding within me since early childhood is about to finally become a reality. You breathe there. The unfairness makes me whine and growl in impotent anger. It didn't have to go this way. I would still die, but I never wanted to see everyone I love suffer while I just waited to expire. Those feelings, in one way or another, are shared between all of us. I'm sure. Acri, Luke, Furry, and Rune. But if they aren't already dead, I'm sure they aren't just sitting idly either. And neither will I. At first twitch of the lynx's leg, I lunge at him, aiming to claim the first strike. My claws and his relic's sword clash, one quick strike after another, making sparks of concentrated magic fly through the cold and windy air. My crystal is leaking out so much mana, I can't burn it fast enough to even in the middle of combat. I coat my whole fingers and forearms in it, but it won't actually burn without coming into contact with something I can destroy. I don't think Acri and Luke are even fully aware how bad I am right now. Any moment now, I'm gonna break. What's gonna happen to them then? No, I can't think like that. My brother and all the other dogs in the shelter gave us this one last chance. I won't break until I'm sure they're all safe. I see a small opening in the lynx's defenses. I twist and aim a kick at him. But he grabs my ankle. My fur fizzles at the touch of his feline mana-infused fingers. And then he stops using magic at all. He just holds me and my foot and points the tip of his blade at my neck. Join watching me cringe in pain as I balance my whole body's weight on just one foot. I hear a crack. Crap! I have to do something. So I jump. I feel a shard of the mana crystal poking from underneath my skin as I swing my leg for a desperate kick at his head. But he just lets go of me and steps back. I watch the cruel smile curl up on his muzzle as I fall to the cold metal floor. And once I hit the bottom, everything goes white in pain. My whole body burns, overwhelming me too much to even take a breath. This is it? It is, isn't it? It finally happened. I wiggle on the floor, screaming, and every tiny movement makes me feel like I'm falling apart into a dozen and 100 separate pieces, each one sharing with its own pain, searing with its own pain. I'm dying. But Acri and Luke, are they... The familiar, terrifying feeling of disassociation creeps into my mind and body once again. A sea of thoughts and feelings of countless lives, all attached to me. They tug and rip apart the strands of my soul, pushing me away from the center of my own being. I'm starting to forget who I am. I'm Shagbark. With the fractured mind of a dozen eyes, I look at Luke, shouting with distress. Shagbark holds my brother by the neck, ready to drop him off the top of shelter. But the human's words make him hesitate. I can feel all of that dog's emotions. He's hurt and seeks vengeance, but there's more inside his heart than just anger. He's lost, conflicted. He's like a mirror to me. Like we originated from the same kind of hell, and are growing towards our salvation with completely opposite ways. I lack the kind of power that Shagbark had, and Shagbark, and Acri. Acri! The lynx severs the dog's thick arm with a swift and merciless slash of his blade. Acri falls to the floor, with a thick fingers still holding tight to him. The lynx says something. All of my pain seems to dissipate for just a moment, as my eyes meet Acri's. No. No! And with a strong kick, Acri gets pushed off the ledge of shelter. Oh no. No! I almost forgot about the turret and the cables. It feels... Just taking the time. Uh, kind of wondering if I should cut it here, because we are at time. Or near time. I guess maybe. I don't know how long this is, though. That's the problem with doing, Let's Plays of visual novels, where, like, I guess, and also stuff like Halo, it's like, okay, how long is this gonna be? Don't know. Do care. So, I guess this is the end of this Let's Play. Though, if it does do the thing where it's like, and then I finish this, and then 5 minutes later, it's the end of the scene, or, like, content. I mean, it do be like that. Sometimes. So anyways, and this Let's Play. So comment, guys, I like comments, tips you like, dislike, tips, because otherwise, I mean, I don't know what tips you'd give me. Ooh. If you like my YouTube and like Seek Grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out every separate grow. Please remember to spay your apples to help control the pet population. Maybe I should have a cup of tea or coffee. I should probably have less than 2 mugs in the morning, because it's like, I think it's getting me all wired and stuff. Anyways, until next time. Another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter Woe, a game with those doggies. And hopefully they'll be fine. Except for Acri, he's dead. That's too bad. So thanks and see ya.